Now, the European Parliament has announced the recipient of this year's Sakharov Prize. The award honors groups or organizations which have dedicated their lives to the defense of human rights and freedoms. And for more on the recipients of this year's prize, we can bring in France 24's European Affairs editor, Armen Georgian. Armen, great to see you. So who secured the prize this year?
Well, it was two Venezuelans, Delana. So we have Maria Corina Machado and Edmundo Gonzales Urrutia, who were actually the front runners. And so Maria Corina Machado, she won the primaries in 2023 to become the candidate to challenge Nicolas Maduro, the current president. But she was then disqualified by the Venezuelan election authorities. And the man who took over in that situation was the other joint recipient of the prize, Edmundo Gonzales Urrutia, who then lost the election to Nicolas Maduro, but organizations that were monitoring the election, as well as the UN, said that that the result was not free or fair, effectively. And the European Parliament actually recognized Edmundo Gonzales Urrutia as the real winner of that election. The Parliament made a came up with a resolution saying that in September of this year. This is was not a huge surprise in the sense that these two nominees got the biggest support. And
Gonzalez is living in exile in Spain, right? He fled Venezuela. So talk us through, Armen, what exactly this prize is about.
Well, it's been given since 1990, and it has its roots in the Cold War. So it was really to kind of honor people that were standing up for human rights in the former Soviet bloc, but it also was very quickly given in the 90s to freedom and human rights activists all over the world, including Nelson Mandela, who was one of the very early recipients of this prize. And really what the organizers say is that it's not just about honoring these people whose bravery in the face of huge risk is something to be honored, but also to kind of create a community of people, and that the European Parliament then stays in touch and tries to kind of further promote those causes. So it's not just a one-off, here's a prize and here's some money, but a way of trying to kind of keep the attention on specific human rights issues. So, and of course the roots are, Andrei Sakharov, we should probably say a word about who he was, a Soviet nuclear physicist, Delano, who, a very brilliant scientist, but who made this kind of move into political activism because he felt that he had to speak truth to power. So often it's people who have this kind of moral conscience that they believe that they have to raise in public despite the huge risks to themselves.
Indeed. Armen, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Armen Georgian there.